Do a lab up yet? Building Manhattan. Doesn't have a lab up yet. Right, I need XCOM 2. It would be really, really nice right now. Okay, 1650. What does a nuclear missile cost to purchase? Oh, he knows. He knows it's out. It's suicided by tank. 1680. I actually have to delete other things. What? Don't really have a lot of things to delete. It's awkward. There it goes. The blocking units. Really need XCOM 2. Oh, wow. Invisible one I couldn't see. Great. Couldn't see it, tank. Didn't show up on my screen. Last second, XCOM dropped too strong. GG. Couldn't see him. Didn't show up on my screen. I had fucking 6, I had 7, I had 8, no, I had 10. I had 10 guys left to deal with him and I couldn't see him. Dude, 10 stealth bombers left to do that. And I purchased my nuclear missile at the end of the turn of that turn. Alright, I guess that's GG from me. We can reload? What's the fucking point of that? That's pretty frustrating. I know. As soon as I nuclear missile decal, all your stealth bombers die. All the units around it die. That's what happens at the beginning of the turn. I kill 9 stealth bombers, or fucking 6 stealth bombers and 3 fighters, and all of the units around it, and you die. But I can't, that was an invisible paratrooper, I can't see it. It's not on my screen. Oh, that's a pretty shitty way to end. Oh my god, gotta be salty about that. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know what to say about that. That's the end of that game. I guess. I have a fucking 1,000 stealth bombers left to kill that too. There's no way that could take my capital, except that, you know, that. A nuclear missile is gonna be so sweet on his area too. That's gonna kill like 20 units. Pretty stupid ending. Losing that nuclear missile just ends the game right there. Ugh. Tank suicide push into me. I don't know. Pretty fucking stupid. Last second, like, last second paratrooper drop that doesn't show up on the screen. Oh no. Okay. Alright guys, well that's the end of this game. I'm gonna take a little break after this because it's fucking stupid. I need a moment to recover mentally from that pretty unpleasant ending. So. Alright, I'm AFK for a few. I'm gonna run some ads, back in a little bit. Alright, guys. I think I can get over that. It's not Tank's fault. I mean, in some sense, he's actually being a good sport about it, too. He claims he, not he claims, like, I don't disbelieve him. He says he drops a paratrooper in the middle of the turn. I believe him. I just didn't see it because it didn't register. It didn't get the little paratrooper tag above it, so I never saw it in my lands. So basically, it was invisible, which kind of sucks, but can't do anything about that. And I mean, honestly, he could have been being a really shitty sport too, in the sense he could have been dropping paratroopers at the end of the turn and trying to first move them, and that would have been just as effective. Yeah, I probably could have got the nuclear missile off. Yeah, that probably would have killed Tank. Maybe I could have got Klefter, maybe not. I don't know. But the point is, like, it's a 2v1 in the end game with only 3 players, everyone in the info era. If you don't have an overwhelming advantage, you're pretty screwed. But what I wanted to actually do for a couple minutes here, I might get a second game here, I might not. I'm not entirely sure yet. That's a kind of disappointing ending to a long game for me. But I want to walk you guys through something here that is hey Czar, 7th month in a row. Nice, Czar. Thank you, Bood, for the continued subscription. Cheers on that. I want to walk you guys through something that I sent the link to a couple friends recently, but I haven't showed, I think, the stream as a whole. Let's take a moment and do this. Let's see if I can set this up. I need to find the file real quick. And I wanted to show Tank this as well. So Tank's in the stream now, guys. In case you're curious, you can yell at him. You can yell at him for hacking the game and having invisible XCOM. You can also yell at him for stealing Brandenburg. Tank, did you know, by the way, that Klefter giving you money to purchase that ideology meant that you got it 1 turn before me, and you also got to Brandenburg 1 turn before me? Like, I was ready to engineer Brandenburg as well, but that bulb got you that. I wasted a bulb to get to the ideology too, and it didn't work. Pretty frustrating. But let's let me find it real quick. It's under streaming. And the fuck is it? Oh, come on. I'll go like that. Oh, I could stream it off of my website. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, let's do that. All right, so okay. So I did want to show you guys just a little bit of Civ, how it breaks down slightly differently. So I'm going to take a quick break here. Shumi said he might be up for a game. I'd probably be up for the second game. I don't know yet. It was a pretty frustrating end for me. But let's let me just demonstrate something a little bit different here. So where is it? I need to put a new capture in here. No capture. Okay. Okay. All right, let's full screen this. And let's make sure it's at a decent quality. Okay. You haven't sent me the updated one yet, Czar, the 2-beam one. But anyways, let's take a look at this together. So I don't know if you guys have heard of, well, I'm waiting on the settings to change. All right, come on, 1080, let's go. There we go. No, it's still blurry as fuck. Here we go. Okay. So this is one of the problems of Civilization 5 Online right now, is the game mechanics are really based around turn-based play, and when you're playing in the, playing real time, playing simultaneous, it breaks down. So this is a game I was playing turn-based. This is Giant Multiplayer Robot is a website that's devoted to helping players play Civilization 5, not in real time, but playing basically turn-based, but still playing multiplayer. So this is multiplayer turn-based. You can't see. Oh, because I full screened it. All right, hold on a minute. I can fix that. I'll fix that. We'll fix that right now. So let's full screen that, and then properties. Dude, how can I get to the actual full screen? It's like a catch-22 here, right? If I click the full screen, it stops the full screen, and then I have to click the. If I try to capture if I use OBS, if I interact with OBS at all, it cancels the full screen. So how do I get it to actually pick up the full screen? I want to pick up the full screen here. Dude, where the fuck is it? Oh no. How do we fucking do that then? Alright. Yeah, I get it, guys. Put it on widescreen. Because it's the wrong window. I guess I could screen capture. Hold on, I can monitor capture that. So we could do it that way. All right. Let me just remove that. I hope this doesn't fuck me. Just a second. All right. If this screws up, Twitch might be a little annoyed with me for a moment, but let's hope it doesn't. Can control plus mouse wheel. I don't know what that is. Add monitor capture. All right. Guys, give me 2 seconds. I don't want to broadcast this live if I am doing this inappropriately. So let me just, I'll give you the AFK screen for like 2 seconds, and then I'm going to check something else. No, that won't work, will it? Enlarge, but don't full screen, and then I can press play. Let's try this. I don't know if it counts as monitor 1 or monitor 2. I think that's considered monitor 1. Alright. Let's hope that fixes it. Full screen. Every time I click somewhere else, it goes somewhere else. Thank you, thank you. Of course, it's not working now. Dude, getting trolled so hard right now. Alright, here we go. Okay, so let's talk through. Oh, it's like halfway through though. Stupid thing. And it's not in high definition. Alright, so let's talk through this. So this is a turn-based game that I'm playing with other human players. So this is turn-based but still against humans. Let's talk about a couple things about going on right here. I'm Zulu. I'm being attacked by 3 different players. So that means I'm getting 3v1. If you get 3v1'd in real time, you're screwed, right? You can't do anything 3v1 because you get first moved on too many points. And what I'm doing this turn, it's going to be a slow turn. It takes me 25 minutes to do this one turn. But what I'm doing here is I'm looking through my units and figuring out what units do I actually have available here. And you can see I'm kind of counting for you looking at this. I'm trying to decide what units I want to kill and what units I have available here. So I'm looking for like promoted crossbows. I'm trying to match the right type of promotion with the right type of area. So what we're doing here is check this. We'll check this out in a second. So maybe we'll zoom ahead in a little bit. But anyway, so I'm getting 3v1. This is a late medieval, early Renaissance push. I have Poland pushing me with muskets, winged hussars, and crossbows and trebuchets. I have the Shoshone, who's my southern neighbor, generaling into my land and attacking me with swordsmen and crossbows and knights. And then I have Ethiopia, who's helping them both. And he's basically he has some units he's gifting and some units he's bringing around the eastern flank here. So you can kind of make out, I can't scroll through my game here because this is set up here. But what I'm doing here is I'm making space here to set up, and I'm keeping my general bonus applied, and I've identified a number of units I want to kill here. And because it's 3v1, if this was real time, I would not be able to do any of this, right? I just have to be slamming units as quickly as possible to try to get kills out. But because it's not, I can actually do things like take advantage of flanking bonuses, like assign promotions to the appropriate terrain that I'm going to be attacking into here. So we have 3 shots on the winged hussar plus an impy attack, kills that one. That sets up 1 kill here. We've made room. We've moved a guy out of the Nombamba city there so we can actually make room. We have a ton of impies set back here. We knew this was coming for a few turns. We've been prepping. And then we can start doing things like maximizing every single one of our bonuses. For example, if you have a unit inside the castle, it's going to do more damage than if you don't have a unit inside of it. If you have units flanking it and you're attacking with melee, having multiple flanking units is going to be more important than not doing that. You can't do this in single player as well. So, yeah, exactly, Big Mario. This is how the game should be played. Now, you can't do this in real time, unfortunately. You might be able to do this in duels in real time, but even then it's going to be a little bit tricky. But watch. Okay, so you guys have seen. Let's keep a kill count right now. I've killed 1 winged hussar so far, setting up for a second one. Also, by the way, promotions are about 10 times more important because what you're seeing here is that you can actually, over the long period of time, amass promotions because it's not just a first click whether or not your highly promoted guy dies. So, clicking through some of the notifications because I have 2 turns of this. This is actually, I recorded this specifically as a promo for how great GMR is. So again, we put 2 crossbows or 3 crossbows, I've forgotten now. It shots into that. We're still getting the general bonus. And now we can cycle in yet another impy and get that kill there. does take a while to kill things with the animations on. So now we've killed 2 winged hussars here. Alright, I'm checking here to look at HP to see both how close they are to level ups and also if I need to be waiting on... basically, I'm knowing some of these are going to die, and I want the lower HP ones left in a position where they're more likely to die than the higher HP ones. I mean, there was a carpet of units the first time I got attacked. This is like turn 4, turn 5 of the war. And when he first pushed in, it was just this ridiculous carpet of units. But again, we're going to set up some more kills. I'm going to cycle through these units. I want to clear the space. You see me set up the guys for flank first. So if you look, I have 3 flanking bonuses now attacking that unit there. I can cycle some knights through here. Got to be a little careful on what unit attacks last, because if I attack last with the knights, they zone themselves. So I don't want the knight to get the killing blow, because that crossbow still zona controls me. There's actually an issue with making space on my road network, which is what I'm doing here. But compare this, I mean, and like, granted, like, I'm sure stealth bombers are pretty stupid still in GMR, but like, at some level, like, this combat is just so much more, like, fulfilling, because here I am, I'm able to set up 3 kills here, I haven't lost any units just the first click. I'm going to lose units next turn for sure, but I can actually mount a defense versus multiple players right now. Right. So we've killed 3 units now, musketmen and 2 winged hussars. I'm not anywhere near done with Poland yet. I want to get rid of that crossbow and replace that position with an impy, and I want to get rid of that other winged hussar as well. So yep, flanking bonuses, great general bonuses. If you guys are watching, I have a mixture of open terrain promoted knights and rough terrain promoted knights. I have a mixture of open terrain promoted crossbows and rough terrain promoted crossbows, and I have a mixture of impies who are just promoted with the special impy promotions versus impies who are coming out of my Petra city with rough terrain promotions that I can upgrade. So what I'm trying to do here, although I'm not doing it here, I just need an extra attack. But for all the other attacks, I've been matching the right terrain. So all my guys are getting 30 to 45% stronger attacks off than they would be otherwise. And again, we have like 4 or 5 knights in here. You can see them all kind of low HP, and I'm just cycling through trying to get my guys in. And then we can use the final attack with the impy to take that position, again with flanking, because I'm getting flanked on 2 sides here. Alright, so crossbow, musket, 2 winged hussars. I really considered citadeling here for quite a while. And I eventually decided that it's going to die, that unit's going to die regardless if I do that. I don't know that I want to waste the general. I have the 1 general right now, and I'm kind of worried about Shoshone continuing general in. But either way, I have a bonus for now. Crossbow plus a shot kills the trebuchet. So that's now musket, 2 winged hussars, crossbow, and trebuchet we've killed, bringing the kill count up to 5 units he's lost. Dude, but playing single-player LPs or playing against other players, or I mean, like I can't deal with the AI. The AI doesn't have any sort of strategy. It just unit swarms you. Players, at least, you can interact with. I'm trying to decide here if I want to try to kill that other crossbow over there. If I have the ability to do that, if I want to extend that far. But my basic thought process right now is I've cleared all the ranged units out that can actually hurt the city, and I don't really care if he wants to push in another whole round of guys. I'm going to slaughter them just like I slaughtered them this turn. Alright, so then the second front, because I'm not playing real time, I can actually deal with multiple fronts simultaneously. Another player pushing in, he's got weaker units, but still they're in annoying positions. I can't remember who has Great Wall here. I think it's Poland, it's not me. This game was played a while ago. And again, trying to set up flanking bonuses. I think I missed a general move here at some point, but I do get it later. So moving the knight into the city for the maximum amount of bonus damage you can get. The bonus damage you get out of having a unit in a city is based on the unit's melee combat strength, so getting that in there is important. And doing some thinking. This is, I recorded this as I was doing this, so I'm setting up for trying to decide how I want to do this. And again, it's a lot of like, you can measure. I mean, you can get a rough idea of how much damage a unit will do by looking at, like, trying to right-click it and then not having a look at that, holding your mouse cursor over it so you can see how much damage it's going to do. So I'm adding up right there, that's 27, that's another 30, that's essentially 57 to that guy. I want to kill some of his units, but I don't want to push out of my defensive position. I don't want my melee units to end in range of his city or end in range of his masses of units there. I've been baiting him for like 2 or 3 turns with that worker over by the knight. And letting him capture that knight every single turn, that worker every single turn, which is fine. Every time he captures it, I retake the unit and kill a unit for it, which is great from as far as I'm concerned. Again, I'm just adding up damage here, trying to figure out how I'm going to clear the terrain. I don't want them to get a position to general. Like, I don't like the fact that he holds that rough terrain there. He currently doesn't have roads in there. He can't move around very quickly. If I can push him out of that rough terrain, that's a pretty good thing. And I sure was taking my sweet time right now. I can't remember why. Yeah, I'm worried about the Shoshone's ability to general. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to use my general as a Citadel over there. Citadel and no Bomba basically puts a stop to that attack entirely, which would be great. I feel like I'm commentating the tournament, but slower. Alright, so I'm going to get some actions done here. So we did set up for some flanks again. If you look at all the bonuses they have, all the bonuses I have, I am getting some flanking bonuses here. Rough